Good afternoon, everyone. I am here to discuss the 4 guideline questions and my diagram that are given in the task 1. Okay, so let's start with the first question. What is metacognition? Metacognition refers to thinking about thinking and was introduced as a concept by Jan Flavel. Flavel said that metacognition is the knowledge you have of your own cognitive processes. It is your ability to control your thinking processes through various strategies such as organizing, monitoring, and adapting. Metacognition also is considered as a critical component of successful learning. So now, let's move on to the second question, which is differentiate the two aspects of metacognition. So for everybody's information, the two aspects of metacognition are self-appraisal and self-management. Okay. So, self-appraisal is your personal reflection on your knowledge and capabilities, while self-management is the mental process you employ using what you have in planning and adapting to successfully learn and accomplish a certain task. So, the third question is, how are the 3 variables of metacognitive knowledge related to each other? Give an example. Okay, so there are 3 variables of metacognitive knowledge. These are person variable, task variable, and strategy variable. Okay, so person variable is what you recognize about your strengths and weaknesses in learning and processing information. Next is task variable. Task variable is what you know about the nature of a task and the processing demands required to complete the task. While the strategy variable is what you know about different strategies you can apply to successfully accomplish the task. So now, I will give you an example that these 3 variables are related to each other. Okay, so this is the example. I know that I. So, I know that I. So, kanang I know that I is mo na siya ang person variable. I know that I. So, ang atong task variable is I know, diba? I know that I is our person variable. So, the task variable is have difficulty with word problems. So, kanang have difficulty with word problems, mo na siya ang task variable nga need mapangitaan og solution nga need i-accomplish. So, karon ang ako ang strategy variable is, so, I will answer the computational problems first and save the word problems for last. So, muna siya ang strategy nga akong button. So, muna siya ang strategy variable. So, di ba related ra ang tulo ka variable, which is the person variable, the task variable, and the strategy variable. Nagkahiusa ra sila sa usa ka sitwasyon. So, the fourth question or the last question is, describe the 4 types of learners. So, there are 4 types of learners. First is the tacit learners. Second is the aware learners. Third is the strategic learners. And fourth is the reflective learners. So, tacit learners are unaware of their metacognitive processes, although they know the extent of their knowledge. Then, the aware learners know some of their metacognitive strategies, but they do not plan on how to use these techniques. Then, the strategic learners, as the name implies, they strategize and plan their course of action toward a learning experience. Then the reflective learners, they reflect on their thinking while they are using the strategies and adopt metacognitive skills depending on their situation. So now I will discuss my diagram. So this is my diagram. I am sorry if I cannot show my face in front of the camera because I have no other cell phone so that I can video myself and while discussing my diagram. So I'll just have a screen record. Okay, so I have there, this is my diagram. Um, I make a diagram using at least 5 metacognitive strategies, skills, and studying techniques. Then I choose the 5 metacognitive skills. So first is knowing our limits. So yes, we should know our limits because as we come to know ourselves better, we need to assert what's okay with us and what isn't what we'll do and tolerate and what we want. Especially as students, we should know our limits, when to start study and when to end, because if we keep on continue studying every day, our mind cannot relax and it's not good for us. Maybe just set a time or a schedule for studying. Then next, I have there modifying our limits. Yes, we need to modify our limits, Jude. So, as a student, when the exam is coming, we need to modify our approach. Yes, we need to study everything that we need to learn so that we can answer the exam. Modifying our approach really helps us a lot, especially in incoming exams. It helps us to know in advance what are the lessons that we need to know and we need to answer during the examination. Then next is scheming. So, we need to review a lesson we have read before. Skimming is an efficient way to refresh our memory or of large amounts of material before an exam. Skimming also is a text that we have already read, helps we recall content and structure. Skimming really helps us a lot, especially when exam is coming. It helps us to know more about the lesson. Yes. Then, next is rehearsing. So, reviewing in preparation for an exam as part of a study group will allow us to improve our notes, fill in any gaps in our understanding, more fully explore complex concepts, maximize our time, cover more material, gain additional knowledge about what might be in the exam, and provide us with a support system. It is really important to rehearse before the exam so that we can refresh everything, the lessons that we study. Then, last is the self-test. Yes, need jud ta mag-self-test. So, mo siya akong gibutan dira. Then, so there is a saying coming from Barry. He said that taking a practice test gives you a baseline for understanding where you're starting from. You can use that as the basis for planning and the rest of your studying. And he is definitely right. Yes, I agree with him. And he is definitely right because when we test ourselves before the exam, it means that we are having an advanced learning that we can use during the exam. And it really helps us a lot that we are ready and prepared when the exam comes. So I think that would be all, and thank you.